Hello, everybody. My name's Rick McCutcheon, and welcome to PartnerTalks. Today, I've got Gustavo Roland from Evenica. Gustavo, tell the folks who you are and what you do.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gustavo Roland. I'm Director of Business Development at Evenica. Been here for the past 7 years, working companies and organizations to reach out their goals and working with internal teams to make sure that we're all aligned with the market needs, trends, and the future.
Okay, and I really love working with Evenica on different thought leadership events because you're pretty unique out there, I think, in working in the commerce field with the finance product. So there's not a lot of organizations that do that. So tell us a little bit about Evenica and what do you guys do over there?
Yeah, Evenica has been in the market for the past 20 years, combined experience with the previous company called Cura, and primarily extending Microsoft business applications, right? And what that means is for the e-commerce perspective, it's how we can leverage the customer's existing investments on their ERP systems to drive the experience. So even before the understanding of omnichannel and data-oriented commerce, we've been in the market thinking about that, which makes us a very unique company nowadays.
Gustavo, tell us a little bit about your story and what you've been doing in business applications in your career.
Sure. So as I'm primarily working on commerce side, we always looking for the business applications as, the dependency side of things, right? And what that means is no matter where the data is coming from, we need to understand the format and the function that is behind that so we can design and provide to the client a very lean solution. So I started, 8 years ago when I was primarily working with the Microsoft clients to understand what are their ERP implementation are, what are the extensions they do have available. So that started with Dynamics AX, and then we move over to finance and operations and expanded that all the way through supply chain management and CE. So nowadays, when you're talking about commerce, we are looking for the holistic understanding, not only for the customer perspective, but the organization in terms of inventory, price, promotions, all this procurement process, which we're going to talk a little bit later. But this is where I started to engage with Microsoft business application systems.
So, it's interesting that commerce is such a big part of organizations, but a lot of ERP partners don't really understand commerce. What makes it so complex?
That's true, Rick. And part of that is to get the right understanding of how you can expand experience with business processes that often is being promoted in a more prescribed approach. And we understand that well, right? And the reason why it is so complicated is because sometimes it's not obvious. So for example, Microsoft recently, when I say recently, 4 years ago, they got all this mapped into the commerce scale unit, where it make easier for us to expose that on the experience side of things. But that doesn't mean that by making it easier, anyone can touch that and make that work on the right way. So Evenica, since Microsoft released the first version of D365 Commerce, we sent our team to Seattle for a boot camp. And we were one of the only companies that were able to, at that time, to create extensions and extend D365 Commerce. So this is on our DNA. We see that in a very simple and it's very, easy for us, but it's not trivial and requires this sole understanding of what the partners are doing on the ERP side, supply chain side, and on CE side, so we can better plan our implementation. And I like to say that Evenica, it's primarily a P2P company. So we engage with all those partners that don't have the commerce practice in place, because we understand the way they operate, we understand the dependencies, and it's easier for them to have us as part of the implementation team so we can de-risk and provide the client an amazing experience while implementation and post-go live services.
If we look at Evenica as well, you're unique and you're working with commerce, but you're developing your own IP, right?
Yes.
So you've got very specialized IP that you bring to the table for these implementations, which, I think is very valuable to when you're in a P2P situation, not only helping a partner, but helping that partner win the opportunity.
100%. And this year also we consolidated this, let's say, end-to-end commerce offerings, which goes from the base e-commerce website for customers to interact with and buy products, all the way through payments, passing through, data integration platform revamp. So this was one of our core products since we started. Now we revamped that, created a more user-friendly interface where our customers can actually create their own integrations. And we zero in on Microsoft's story, right? And when we talk about that, it's about the headless approach, which is our piece of software on top of Commerce Scale Unit, as well what we call E4Dynamics, which is basically the add-ons to D365 Commerce that either work to add industry-specific capabilities, as well filling some gaps that currently wasn't part of the roadmap. So we do have this great relationship with Microsoft product team where we share our roadmap and making sure that we're not stepping each one's toes. And we have this freedom to take our experience of a repeatable customizations that often customers have and translate that in IP. So this is becoming like our flagship product. Every single opportunity, people are very excited by this headless commerce where it offloads a lot of the cost to create a lot of a good experience for marketers and the merchandisers. And this way we can create this, playground for us to go crazy while innovating for our customers. So we can plug add-ons, we can start to create AI stories for them, so this is part of our portfolio of products.
And let's talk a little bit about AI, because Microsoft's very excited about us all becoming frontier partners, right? Getting more involved with AI. And I know you were just at NRF, which is the big retail show in New York. What's going on with commerce and AI, and what's Evenica going to focus on?
So we're approaching a very interesting moment of the commerce history, which is we're starting that with the conversational commerce, right? Driven by agents. So what that means is that in the past, you have those chatbots that are predefined and pre-configured just to respond in a certain spectrum of elements. But now you do have this intelligent conversation with the agent that can encapsulate the whole experience in such a personalized journey driven by the context. So you still have control of what are the boundaries you want the agent to interact with. And it's not only one agent that drives that conversation, right? It's like an orchestration of multiple agents. And that's where Microsoft is shining on the strategy and the execution of that strategy, because as the first ERP with MCP and now expanding that across all the business applications, we're lucky to be part of this, ask of joining the team at NRF to, demonstrate Microsoft scenario, but also our agent there. So Evenica is been patiently strategizing and waiting for the right time to put a meaningful thing out there. And I think the time came right now, right? We were monitoring, watching, and seeing the failures and people on the rush to put AI stories out there, and we just want to make this meaningful for our partners and customers. So as part of the, frontier firm, like we still leveraging all the Microsoft, play in order to get, for example, AI integration, onboarding agents to our workforce, having this work IQ to understand the workflows, Agent 365 to control security, governance, and monitoring, and also this ability of having rapid deployment, creating tasks and deployment of agents, it's where we are right now. And I think that our team is using that very well, right? So from the technical perspective, we've been using AI in order to, generate data, sample data, right? And the code and testing, all based on the best practice for that. And we're already incorporating part of the AI into our, middleware, which is the one I mentioned that we're revamping now. One piece of that is already leveraging AI for generating data with the context of the data set that lives within the system and creating meaningful messages and interaction with the user, which is part of our task pilot for how we can onboard AI, not as a different line of product, but as a layer of benefit for our clients in a way that they can leverage that in a meaningful way. In other side of things, in our governance and our project management, reporting and testing, we do have a leverage of that for meeting notes that everybody's using for that, but that is actually providing us a good understanding and streamlining misunderstanding that often people do have out of calls, for example, so we can lock down the same understanding, having requirements validation, risk assessment based on the historical data. So this is how we're using and adopting that internally.
Okay, great. So I think 2026 is going to be a big year for Gustavo and Evenica. Any message to partners out there why they should work with Evenica when it comes to commerce?
Sure. So for the commerce, we'll still on 2026, stabilizing all those offers that we make sure to put out there. We're on a good track for that, but when I mean stabilize is to create a good, increase the user base out there. And for AI perspective, I think we're putting out a very sophisticated offering because everybody's on rush to say that they are part of the process of adoption AI. But there's several steps that we need to take care about, even prior to talk about replacing a human process into the agentic approach. So what we're thinking about that is based on the Microsoft provided tools, is to wrap up an offering that working on the readiness aspect of it. And what that means is to, bring to our existing master data strategy assessment, some sort of data assessment, data strategy, and AI adoption roadmap that create the certainty of the return of intelligence, which is everybody's talking now. This is like the return of investment on AI and how that can resonate with your business, offloading you time to actually think about what makes difference and impact in your business, instead getting locked into endless operational processes, right? So we're on track to get that offering ready to go in the short term, and also consolidating this understanding of a one-stop shop for our clients, understanding that we have a variety list of partners that can execute in ERP, CRM, and CE, and having the feeling of you're not dealing with multiple vendors, you're dealing with a single entity that can handle your project with a full understanding of risk, understanding your needs in terms of timeline. We know that time now it's critical, so we're head up for the curve on that, and we want to make sure that we can expand that to more customers this year.
Okay, Gustavo, I want to thank you for your time today on Partner Talks, and I'm sure we're going to be back to you in the future talking more about what is happening with commerce and Dynamics finance. So have a great day, and we'll see you at the next event.
So, thank you so much, Rick, and everyone for getting us to here.
Have a great day, and bye for now.
Bye-bye.